Hey guys, going to the first round of a Shadows over Innistrad draft. We drafted the green-white human deck, and I think we got enough human synergies that we can call our deck that. This is a pretty sweet hand. We got our Always Watching, we got 2-drop, 3-drop, great removal, and the mana to play Always Watching, so feels pretty good. The only thing that would make it better is if we got like our Toppelgeist or our Thraben Inspector for turn 1, and then Always Watching would be even more attractive. Yeah, so we play our Drifter. Don't have much else to do. Question is whether we play Always Watching first or our Spectral Shepherd. It'll depend on what my opponent does. If playing the Always Watching lets me rumble through his board, or if he doesn't play anything, I probably actually play my Shepherd first. Okay, well, since he does that, I think I play Always Watching first. Because it makes it so I can not only block, but attack, so. Alright. We attack. I have holds in places I don't normally have them. Playing on a different computer than usual. Having more problems with my primary one, so I don't know where I usually have them, but it seemed like there was a lot more downtime there than there usually is between. Right, Harvest Hand. So he can like double block me now if he wants to. Which is probably a pretty good trade for him. So I think I just play a flyer and pass. We didn't get any blue to ever like get any sort of advantage out of Spectral Shepherd, but being able to block really effectively right now and attack in the air, it makes me feel like I'm playing the blue-white skies deck I had a couple months ago as my budget MTG deck. when I just get to swing in the air and not worry. If our opponent plays that annoying spider, we're going to be a little sad, but we also have Puncturing Light and Bound by Moonsilver to deal with a lot of problems, and that's the kind of problem we can deal with. All right, equipment. So if we stick Bound by Moonsilver on that, it can't transform. And then we can move it around later if we want to. So I could also just use Puncturing Light after he discards a card. Wouldn't have minded Harvest Hand. I may have even passed one. I kind of forget about that card. But it would have been good in our deck. I think I'm going to go with Bound by Moonsilver. That way, if he wants to discard something, he has to do it now. He can't use it as a madness outlet or anything like that. And we can attack in the air. We are running out of cards, and we've drawn a lot of lands. In fact, maybe we drew that Puncturing Light, but we haven't drawn many spells since the beginning of the game. So he can equip this True Faith Sensor, which would make this big enough that we can't kill it with Puncturing Light, but that's a race we win, I think, if our opponent decided to equip and swing. All right, opponent might be splashing some stuff. All right, well, we don't have any humans in play, strangely. I think we have about 10 in our deck, but I think we just attack first with our Spectral Shepherd. Yeah, that's where I don't normally have a hold, I think. Seems weird, anyway. So we're going to swing. Drop our opponent to 11. Play our 3/3 veteran Cathar, who I'll also have the mana to give Double Strike to. So it can give it to itself, so worth keeping in mind. And I'll end my turn. So turn 3 Always Watching is pretty brutal. I've lost to it in this format. So actually, he can still use that ability. Oh, in some ways, I actually made Air of Falconwrath better because it's a constant madness outlet. Whoopsies. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of a combo you could try to pull off in your deck if you wanted to keep her from ever transforming and having a free discard outlet. But I still feel okay about our situation. All things considered. Drawing like Intrepid Provisioner would be nice. Although I can't pump one of my spirits with that. I have to pump my Cathar, but I guess I wouldn't be able to give it Double Strike the same turn. But a 4/4 Vigilance Trample who I can give double strike to is pretty scary. See what our opponent does here with his mana. Alright, so we can kill that, luckily, with our Puncturing Light. It is a nuisance, certainly. Oi, okay. Well, you know, we do have a mana sink, at least, in our Veteran Cathar. I think I attack with my Shepherd and my Cathar. I mean, they have Vigilance, right? So, and then I can Puncturing Light one of, like, if he decides to, like, double block or something, I mean, he can also just decide to block. I'll Puncturing Light the Watcher, basically, no matter what happens here, so. So this is 9 damage if my opponent takes it. Okay, well, that makes sense. Both those cards are going to even value. That, So if I let this happen, at least my creature doesn't die. If I Puncturing Light, let's say this, I blow him out and kill both of his creatures. But this thing can block as many creatures as it wants to, although it dies to one hard hit from Veteran Cathar. So I think I actually use Puncturing Light on this, and then give Double Strike to my dude. So I'm going to use Puncturing Light here. This does become an equipment, it's worth noting, so it's not like it just goes away forever. But still, we get some pretty good... Ooh, I almost gave Double Strike to his human. Yeah, and he also gets value from his graveyard. I mean, there's lots of things going on here that aren't exactly making it a complete blowout, but it's still pretty good. I guess equipping this is pretty gross. But my Cathar hits so hard that I don't know that it cares a whole lot. And I can also move this if I really wanted to, which is worth mentioning. Can I, like, force myself to get Delirium? Not really. I mean, if I sacked my Always Watching and a land and a creature to my Bound by Moonsilver, I could get there, but it's not worth it. Obviously. So we've been lucky our opponent hasn't had removal, because these are the 3 of our 16 creatures we've drawn the whole game. So, and I mean, they're souped up, which is nice, thanks to Always Watching, but we would definitely like to see some more creatures. Alright. Mold Graph. Okay, so I think I play a land here and then just move. I mean, the Heir of Falconwrath can theoretically then block my Spectral Shepherd. But it would have to be a trade, and he'd have to discard the card in his hand, and my Cathar can't be very effectively blocked. So I think I'm going to sacrifice another permanent to attach Bound by Moonsilver to the Watcher. And we'll sacrifice a Plains, let's say. Gets us halfway to Delirium. Okay, so he can transform this if he discards a card, loses the card in his hand, and that will kill my Spectral Shepherd, but I don't know how worth it that is for our opponent. So I'm going to attack with both of these. He can also double block here, but like, either way, our opponent loses so many permanents that I think we feel okay. Pale Rider, all right. So our opponent's hand's empty. Ours is basically empty. But I like our board more thanks to Always Watching. Okay, so he's just going to take this. So we're going to give him Double Strike. And get in for 6. get rid of what's his left as his best creature that can actually attack, and he's in top deck mode. And we have a creature who can just rip through his board, basically. He has actually 7 toughness, so that's kind of relevant. I can give myself Delirium whenever I want to, and there might become a point where sacrificing Always Watching to get Delirium to give my other dude flying could come up. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. All right, he gets a zombie. So he's splashing white. We have several creatures in our deck. I would not mind drawing like any of them. Intrepid Provisioner. We actually have the mana to, I think, do both. He's going to equip something to something, which is scarier for us. 3/3 Vigilance. Okay. Well, there's our equipment. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. We can't give it double strike this turn, so I don't think we attack, but I think that's pretty relevant to have right now. I could move Bound by Moonsilver over here, or here, actually, and swing. Maybe I do that because I have an extra land in my hand anyway. Yeah, let's do it. And then we can move it back again by sacrificing another land. I mean, it does put us in sort of bad shape in terms of... Actually, if I had equipped this to that, would I have just won? No. And then sacrificed, like, Always Watching or Bound by Moonsilver. If I move Bound by Moonsilver here, I mean, he has to block this creature, and he loses one of these. And they can't double block and kill him, so I think we do it. Maybe it's a little aggressive, but... So we're going to move this to Rancid Rats. We're going to sacrifice a forest. And really, we can attack with both our creatures now. So, I mean, that's a trade, so maybe I don't want to do that. Because he can just trade there and block here. So, yeah, I think I'd just attack with my Veteran Cathar. Right. As one might expect. So... Do I move my equipment? I mean, do I move my aura? Next turn, giving this... I can sack my True Faith Sensor now to get to Delirium, and that might be the thing to do. Then I have a 3/3 attacking and this thing attacking, which will have... I'll be able to give double strike. It'll only be a 3/3 again. It's worth noting, but that seems pretty good. I hold on to this land, I think, and I think for now I just leave this there. I can move it later if I want to. So after, let's say, he moves some equipment around or something like that. We've still, we're living off our 3 creatures still. But when you have Always Watching in play, it does make things a lot scarier. So what is this? This gives a menace to a human. He doesn't actually have any humans in play right now, so that's good for us. I wouldn't mind menace here. Can I steal that, Scrounge Scythe? Steal artifact. All right. So, I mean, now I think we have to move. We definitely move it back to that guy. No attacks. All right, well, there's a creature. I don't know that we actually want to play it, though. So if I sacrifice True Faith Sensor here, let's do some math. Let's go ahead and play this land. If I sacrifice my Sensor, this gets Delirium. It's a 3/3 flyer. I can move this to that. I mean, that's what I would be sacrificing it to. And he would not be able to block it. He could have removal worth noting. And then I could attack with this, which will have shrunk, and this will be able to block, but I'll still be able to give it double strike. May just be better to play Solitary Hunter, though, and pass. I think it probably is. It just gives us another body, and it's another body I can give double strike to who's even bigger. So I think that's right, especially because our opponent's in top deck mode and like has to play a spell, or this becomes an even bigger problem. So yeah, I think I just end the turn there. I mean, the danger in doing what I was planning on doing is that I then don't have anything on the board, really, if he blows me out one way or another. And this way, I mean, we're at 20. I think we can afford to sort of build up our board. Our hand's empty now, and our opponent knows that, but so if you don't play any spells, okay, well, now he's even scarier. I can't give him double strike anymore, but he's still a 6/7 with vigilance, so okay. Now I think it's probably right to lose the True Faith Sensor and move this back over there. So we'll move that there, and we lose True Faith Sensor, which gives this guy flying. And I think I just swing with everything. I mean, he has to block this, he has to block that, and he can't block that. So doesn't have a lot. I mean, you know, trading Rancid Rats here would be a fine trade for our opponent. Yeah, but he can't really afford. Okay. I mean, I think I just give him double strike and then play my Devilthorn Fox. That kills that, and I don't lose anything. I mean, I will lose my one of the pack, but all right, drops our opponent down to 2. And now we play Devilthorn Fox as well. And in the turn, he's much scarier as a 4/2. And that should give us the game. We sort of had to grind it out with our deck, which I didn't think would be what we would be doing. But that's what we did in game 1. We had to use our creatures we did have effectively. Okay, well, our opponent may have some way of like slowing us down, so I think we may as well play our Intrepid Provisioner and pump our Veteran Cathar and just swing with everything. All right. So attack with all. I mean, he has to have a removal spell and a blocker, yeah. So, and 2 blockers, really. Okay, so our deck was a little weird there. I mean, despite the 16 creatures we have, we were very slow at getting creatures in play, but we got always watching, so it, you know, made it so it didn't really matter. He didn't have a lot of flyers, so I don't really want to aim high. I mean, I don't think there's really anything we want to change about this deck. Survive the Night's good against decks with lots of removal, but we saw none, especially removal that just says destroy or damage. But yeah, I think we just send the same deck back out there and hope for a similar result. All right, well, we got always watching in our hand again, but this is the one we're going to have to send back, obviously. No creatures, 5 lands, so we're going to mull. Okay, I think we keep this one. We can play our Drifter. We have to hope we draw green, but we do get to scry. I think we leave that on top too. It's another creature we can play already. I think that's better than, I mean, you know, drawing a forest would be better, but that is good against our deck. It kills a lot of stuff. I think I'd probably play the Fox first, since later in the game the Moorland Drifter becomes, you know, like in our last game it won us the game, basically. Right, some early equipment. More white, I mean, that's better than not drawing a land. But yeah, I think we play the Fox, and if he wants to use his apparatus on it, then let him. Okay, Crawling Sensation. So our opponent's going to try to beat us with a slow grind. And we got a more aggro hand this time, but we don't have our green mana, so... And that thing blocks our Devilthorn Fox really well. The Crawling Sensation tokens will. But we're going to put Spectral Shepherd in play, who can't actually be blocked by them. I don't really want to use Bound by Moonsilver on one of these, so he's going to get one. He did lose a throttle at least. He could Apparatus or Shepherd now. That would be pretty effective at keeping me from attacking. Okay. So I think we just attack with our Shepherd. Angelic Purge. Blah. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would not mind using it on Crawling Sensation at some point, but I don't think we can right now. We need our lands pretty badly. We'll play our Moorland Drifter now. Swing with our Shepherd in the air. Does have to tap now. Now we play Moorland Drifter. End our turn. Opponent mills himself some. No lands this time, so at least he doesn't get any creatures. I mean, he also got rid of 2 cards that would have kind of been, I mean, guess his bidding especially. Twins, I guess we can deal with if we have to, but we can get halfway to Delirium with our Purge, no matter what we do, so that's nice. So it looks like we're just going to keep swinging in the air. Please give me green mana. Not green mana, but it does allow us to use our Purge, I think, a little more readily. The question is whether we use it on Crawling Sensation. I feel like it's going to grind out so much value for him if we let it keep going that we probably should, especially because we also have Bound by Moonsilver. So I think we do. I mean, it's going to hold down our land creatures, and it also can get him to Delirium. I mean, in the right deck, it's a completely busted card, so I think we Purge that, and I think we sacrifice a land. We have a low curve. I mean, if we get our 4th green, we can play everything. Our 4th land and it's green, we can play everything. So, yeah, we're going to Purge that thing. All right, and we are halfway to Delirium, which matters because we have Moorland Drifter in play, but what I really want is green so we can keep building our board. I mean, always watching, I guess I'd take that too. That'd be pretty good. Don't have the option to block, so I won't. All right, he has another one of those. Ugh. Okay, all right. I think I swing for 2 here. And I think I play Bound by Moonsilver on the Quilled Wolf. Yeah. And in my turn. So if I lose my Fox, I'm 3/4 of the way to Delirium, but he can just kill it with his Apparatus, so not exactly what I want to happen, so I'm just going to take it. Please, green. Please. Oh, no. Well, I think we keep swinging in the air. I think we're going to lose this game thanks to our complete lack of green mana and all green cards in our hand. I mean, if we can just play one of these green cards, especially if we can play, like, Hermit of the Nautiluls into Intrepid Provisioner, like, that's pretty sweet. We're kind of in a situation now where we have to trade, which is worse when we know our opponent's Apparatus can kill, like, everything we love. So, yeah, I guess I just take 5 off of that swing. Oh, 2, 4. I'm going to kill one of the zombies with my Fox. Come on, green. Green mana. Green mana. I mean, that makes our lives a lot harder. Ooh, I think we probably just lose. I mean, I'm going to keep playing. We drop him to 7 here. He can swing back for 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. Yeah, it's not worth swinging anymore. It is not worth it. So we're going to lose to Mana Screw here, I think. I mean, it's pretty clear. I think that if we drew some green, we would have been in pretty great shape. And we didn't, so 2, 4, 6. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. See what we draw. See what he shows us too. It doesn't hurt to see some more cards. Oh, that can damage players. Well, I mean, we were dead anyway. I mean, even if we drew green that turn, it was too late. So we saw a little more of what our opponent's deck could actually do that game, and you know, Inquisitor's Ox does seem like a good blocker. But that's definitely a game where if we just draw green, you know, I think we ran him over. So I think we go ahead and keep this hand. Even like Griff's Boon, like we had a lot of cards we could draw that could have helped us. Always watching again. I would like to play first. Okay, I think this is a keeper. We got both our colors this time, and we have 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop basically if we hit our land drops. And our Thraben Inspector can sort of help us do that. So it will draw us one card. You know, probably if we don't draw what we need to draw. All right. I think we swing here. I think I play Devilthorn and see if our opponent can't play a 2-drop here and we get in for 4, it's pretty nice. Plus, I'd rather it die than one of my Cathars, although Cathars aren't especially useful in multiples. But still. Looks like he's probably got Nope. So I'm glad I played the Devilthorn. We get in for some damage. I think here we sacrifice, well, we can play another 2-drop. So maybe we don't sacrifice a clue. I think we get in for 4 here. Yeah, I'm just going to play another 2-drop for now. We're not like desperate for that 3rd mana at this point. I mean, we're making our opponent have to play something, you know, to stop the damage. And we know we have in our back pocket the ability to draw a clue. So if we draw white here, I think a land here, I just play Bound by Moonsilver and swing for 6, dropping him to 9. Okay, so now I think we do sacrifice our clue. I think I swing. I feel okay swinging with both of these since I have another Cathar. So I think I'm going to. Even if he discards a card, like he has to trade. Here he gets a trade, but if he blocks, no, he's just going to take it. Okay. Yeah, I sacrifice my clue here. Give me a land, please. Well, Puncturing Light's not bad. It's not incredible either. So these last 2 games have been brutal to us on land. I mean, we kept hands with sort of iffy mana. Okay, our opponent also appears to be mana screwed, which is good for us, especially because we just drew white, which means we can play our Bound by Moonsilver. It is worth noting that he has the ability to Madness right now with her. And he can do it even after we Bound by Moonsilver, which is not something I realized earlier. So it may not actually be worth it right this second to play Bound by Moonsilver. Might be better to play my Hermit first. I get to draw a card if he plays a spell during my turn. Yeah, I'm going to play my Hermit first. That way, if he does do some madness nonsense, we get some value. So, and I swing with my Devilthorn Fox either way. Like it'll kill anything he can madness in, except for a Twins of Mara Estate, which I guess matters. But I think I go ahead and swing and make him do it. Let's see if he has the Twins. All right, he does. We're going to get to draw a card off of it, though. So we have that going for us. So he's just going to block and kill it, which isn't great for us. But, again, we get to draw a card here, and we do. Another land is something I'm happy to see. So I think it was right to play the Hermit first there, even though we could have, had Puncturing Light up, I guess. I think it was right to do what we did. I would love for him to equip one of these so I can just play my Bound by Moonsilver and feel great about it. All right, Death Touch. We don't have a flyer right now. We do have Puncturing Light, and we do have Bound by Moonsilver. What do you become, a 3/5? Yeah, that's pretty nice. So, yeah, we're going to put Bound by Moonsilver on that thing. We do take 7 here. Um, okay. I think we still play Bound by Moonsilver. Yeah, I'm going to stick it here. And then I think we swing with our Thraben Inspector because he's not going to trade for that. So now that we're up to 5 lands in our hand, I feel a little better to, we can play our equipment. We have the ability to give double strike to either of these dudes. Right, swings for 3, drops us to 10. We can Puncturing Light that if he doesn't move his equipment at any time in the future, which is good for us. We can't do it in response to equipment because of the way that works, but do you let our Hermit transform? Probably not, I would guess. Okay. Well, there's a new Puncturing Light target in town. All right. I just still wish we had more mana. Like, we have a lot, but I wish we had more. This thing's going to keep attacking us. I mean, we probably kill it with Puncturing Light this turn if we get the opportunity, rather than using it on that, because we can just move Bound by Moonsilver over there if we have to. So I think I just play another body here and leave mana up for Puncturing Light. And in my turn, I mean, this could become a 3/5, which can effectively block that. So it's going to be better to put Bound by Moonsilver on that at some point or another. I can feel it. All right, so we are going to get to Puncturing Light that air who's slowly killing us in the skies. There is a chance he has a way to pump it and like save it, so forth, but we're going to make him use it at least. Okay, good. Whew, that thing was messing us up. Always watching would be nice. It was definitely good for us in game 1. It would be good for us here. I don't really mind that either, though. Do I just let my werewolves transform? I don't think so. I think I just play another body and continue to sort of dirtle. And I think now we can probably also play our True Face Sensor. And I'll end my turn. Now I think we're fairly safe. Our opponent's probably going to Vessel here to draw something. Yep. We do need to draw a way to like punch through. Another Twins is annoying. But our Solitary Hunter can block an unequipped one. All right. So wait a second. What did you put in your hand? Twins of Mars State. Wait, what? We get to draw another card off of that. So that is good against us, though, because in response to that, you can't do anything. So now we lose that card. But we do get to draw a Purge, which can deal with the same things. So it would have been better to hold on to our Bound by Moonsilver, of course. But if I play my Purge, I'll also get Delirium for my Moorland Drifter. Our games have been way grindier than I expected them to be. I expected our deck to we have aggroed our opponent early, but then we sort of like hit a board stall and have to find a way to punch through. All right, there's a good card. And another. We need a flyer, which Moorland Drifter is, luckily. Don't think you have any attacks, at least. Well, we got a flyer. Which I'm happy about. Yeah, I think I play the Shepherd here. And I think I'm also going to equip it. And in my turn. So that's going to be like how we try to win this game. If our opponent plays his own flyer, we can purge, which will actually also give us another flyer. All right, he's vesseling to try to find something again. He can't get any of those except for Quilled Wolf. Or Foul. He could get the Foul Orchard if he wants to. I'm guessing he gets the Wolf, though. Yeah, so that was a pretty bad vessel for him. Has he played anything with Delirium? We saw a lot of good cards for the Delirium deck, including Autumnal Gloom, but I have not seen any of them in this guy's deck. Yeah, that's a 3/6. That's going to get purged from existence. Yeah, no, it definitely does. Losing a land will also get me to Delirium. Yeah, so we're going to go like that, and then we're going to sacrifice a land. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so we get to Delirium either way there. A lot of different ways. So I can play land and make sure I get double strike, but it's not really worth it as well. I guess he hits pretty hard. So I think I am going to swing with my 3/4 and my 3/3 here. The 3/3 gets in no matter what, and I can double strike this. I mean, if he just takes it, he's dead here. I'm guessing he blocks it, probably with like his Byway Courier. He can also throw a bunch of stuff in front of it, but I think that's a war that we win. So just blocking with one thing. Oh, okay. I mean, if you triple block it, I still kill... Well, maybe I don't kill them all. I want to kill the Quilled Wolf most of all, because it can get pretty huge right now. So yeah, I would go bam, bam. Yeah, so I'll kill the Quilled Wolf and the Ghoul Caller's Attendant and actually leave him with that. So we don't, I mean, this way he's not drawing cards, and he has to pay mana if he wants to get a zombie, so. I could also just play my Moorland Drifter here. It's worth noting, but I think it's not your ability. All right, so smash both of those things. Oh, I do smash them all. Sometimes I forget how double strike works, clearly. I mean, it's fine to smash them all there, especially because our opponent, we got a 3-for-1. He did, maybe 3-for-1.5. He got a clue token out of it, but it's pretty good. We have drawn 2 cards off of the Hermit. He has proven to be quite valuable in this match. Decks with Madness and Instants and stuff. None of our werewolves have ever transformed, though. Oh, are you serious? Okay. Well, that makes our lives a little more difficult. Okay. He can block as many things as he wants to, but that does not... I mean, he has to actually survive. I think I attack with everything here. He can only kill not very many of my creatures. Yeah, I think we just turn everyone sideways. We can have, I mean, we'll see how he blocks. He's tapped out more or less. He does have a trick, potentially. There's the 1 white mana trick. So he's blocking there, not a surprise. Blocking there, not a surprise. He's going to block all of them, I guess. Although if he blocks 2 of them, everything has 2 powers, so I guess that'll die no matter what. And I would be fine trading Cathar plus Spectral Shepherd. He's going to block both of those, huh? Really? I mean, you can only kill one of them. And if I give 1 double strike, I kill your spider, and I kill your rat, and you're at 2 life. And I can still play a flyer. So I think I pump. I mean, he may have a trick, like I noted, and it may be a trick that gives him a human token. None of these things are good for us. But... I mean, I guess the trick would save his Watcher, which is a pain. Okay, so he's blocking everything. So now I don't really see a reason to give double strike to anybody. We just let all of it happen. We probably lose one veteran Cathar. If he plays like a trick, I guess we're a little more incentivized to do double strike stuff, but all right, so sure. Block away. Okay. He stopped the damage, but we're going to play another flyer. And he's out of stuff, and we can also flash in our Pack Guardian, which probably should just get us the game. So we lost our Hermit and our double strike person, but we had another one, so. We don't have the land to get the other card, but it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We have 5 in the air alone, so Pack Guardian comes on down. Obviously, we don't have a land to discard, so we won't. Well, if we didn't already have the game, now we do. So we're going to attack with all creatures. I mean, we have 7 in the air alone now, so yeah. All right, well, our deck, seemingly an aggro deck, sort of ground out our wins there, but we got there. Win's a win. We'll see if it can be a little more aggressive in the other games. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and